At the heart of finance is trust. Collaboration and cooperation is very, very important. We have opportunities. The missing link is capital. Rwanda is located in the heart of Africa. And for the government of Rwanda, it's been working on how it can leverage Rwanda's centrality to be a business and financial services hub for Africa. The work that we are doing at Kigali International Financial Center is putting in place that framework that facilitates flow of capital to monetize the opportunities that we have in the region, from education to health to infrastructure and now to financial services. When you look at the ease of doing business in Africa, Rwanda is ranked number 2. The most critical resource that Rwanda has is people. 70% of Rwanda's population is under the age of 30. We are having those young, energetic people with ideas, and they are looking to monetize those ideas. We believe that it's through innovation that we are able to bring new ideas on the market, not only in finance, but in other sectors. That's very, very important, that for economies like ours, there has to be a need for continuous improvement. Look, we've built a nest. You have the birds, come and hatch them in Rwanda, because we need that capital. At the heart of finance is trust. Collaboration and cooperation is very, very important. We have opportunities. The missing link is capital.
Since its kickoff in January 2020, the journey of the Kigali International Financial Center has been one marked by great strides and milestones designed to realize Rwanda's vision to become a high-income country by 2050 and position itself as a financial services hub for the region and the African continent. Kigali International Financial Center's ambition is to become a preferred financial center for international investment in Africa by providing an attractive destination for investors with a legal and regulatory framework with an emphasis on economic substance and beneficial ownership reporting. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, the groundwork to operationalize the KIFC was laid. Together with our stakeholders in the finance and business ecosystem, 17 new laws were enacted that cater to different investment vehicles, funds, holding companies, special purpose vehicles, trusts, and foundations, and created a compliant and robust regulatory environment. In terms of international recognition and mutual recognition, we have formed various strategic partnerships. Double taxation avoidance agreements, DTAAs, have been signed with Qatar, China, Luxembourg, Singapore, Jersey, Mauritius, Morocco, United Arab Emirates UAE, and the number is growing. A strong network of DTAAs is important for boosting investment inflows, thus ensuring KIFC's competitiveness as a jurisdiction. Rwanda signed the OECD Multilateral Convention on Mutual Administrative Assistance in Tax Matters, MAAC, expanding its network of tax partners to 143 countries, enabling an increase in tax transparency and cross-border collaboration. The end of 2020 was marked by the appointment of a high-level board of directors led by Mr. Tijan Thiam. In 2021, KIFC was ranked 5th in Africa by the Global Financial Centers Index, a renowned ranking on the competitiveness of financial centers across the world, and we hosted the World Alliance of International Financial Centers board meeting for the first time in Rwanda. KIFC has conducted roadshows across different countries and emirates, including Senegal, Zimbabwe, Mauritius, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Nigeria, Qatar, France, Belgium, Jersey, and UK. Notable investment funds have been domiciled through KIFC over the last 2 years, such as $350 million FEDA Fund, $250 million Virunga Fund, $21 million Future of Work Fund. In line with investor attraction, another key milestone was the creation of the KIFC Club, a membership-based premier Pan-African financial network that currently has close to 40 members. In the 2020 Labor Force Survey, an estimate of 38,434 people were employed in the financial services sector. Only 1.8% of these are certified. KIFC, in partnership with various institutions, is playing a key role in upskilling financial sector professionals through different training programs. 30 executives were trained on valuation and risk management by the prestigious business school in SEAD. KIFC Masterclass on Corporate Governance by Weber Wenzel. KIFC Masterclass on Emerging Trends in Financial Compliance by ICA. Energized by these few early successes and what the future holds, we have embarked full steam on this journey to transform Rwanda into a Pan-African financial hub. Bringing it closer to home, the intended impact of the KIFC on Rwanda's economy is diversify and scale the country's financial services and product offering, increase forex reserves, provide greater access to capital to retail and business customers, and create jobs. KIFC is open for business. We are ready to connect people with opportunities across Africa and beyond. Kigali International Financial Center invites you to join us and be part of this exciting journey.
The Kigali International Financial Center is delighted to present the Sustainable Finance Roadmap. Within the global economic context, where more capital is increasingly being allocated towards sustainable finance, Kigali International Financial Center aims to embed sustainability at the heart of its strategy and differentiate itself from peer jurisdictions through the meaningful adoption of a holistic sustainable finance roadmap. The objective is to transform Rwanda into a leading Pan-African hub for sustainable finance. 3 clear strategic objectives have been developed, giving the overall direction of this roadmap. 1. KIFC will advance the establishment of financial instruments and structures to mobilize local and international pools of capital. 2. KIFC will develop the necessary financial sector infrastructure to support sustainable finance instruments, including the integration and local adoption of ESG risk management, disclosure, and reporting standards. 3. KIFC will cultivate first-class human capital needed to build and underpin this sustainable finance infrastructure. To reach these strategic objectives, specific initiatives have been set, including KSI 1, attracting sustainable venture capital, private equity investment. KSI 2, building a sustainable stock and debt capital market. KSI 3, transitioning to sustainable lending. KSI 8, building first-class human capital in sustainable finance. With trillions of dollars pouring into sustainable funds, bonds, and related instruments, becoming a green and sustainable finance hub has become a key goal for many financial centers. The development of this roadmap is central to Rwanda's vision of becoming a carbon-neutral economy and is in continuity with the country's green growth and climate resilience strategy and its updated nationally determined contribution. All these efforts have contributed to position Rwanda to play its part in the global response to climate change and with the objective to build a resilient economy that can respond to different shocks, including those stemming from climate change. However, in order to achieve this vision, it's important to ensure effective private sector involvement in climate action. As a budding financial center, the Kigali International Financial Center shows great promise in connecting people and businesses with opportunities across Rwanda, Africa, and beyond. The recent establishment of Pan-African investment vehicles such as the Africa Climate Ventures and the Africa Pharmaceutical Technology Foundation, targeting investments addressing respectively the environmental and social side of ESG, are set to do just that, accelerating green and social capital flows in Rwanda and the neighboring region. Kigali International Financial Center invites you to join us and be part of this exciting journey.
At the heart of finance is trust.
The Kigali International Financial Center is delighted to present
At the heart of finance is trust. Collaboration and cooperation is very, very important. We have opportunities. The missing link is capital. Rwanda is located in the heart of Africa. And for the government of Rwanda, it's been working on how it can leverage Rwanda's centrality to be a business and financial services hub for Africa. The work that we are doing at Kigali International Financial Center is putting in place that framework that facilitates flow of capital to monetize the opportunities that we have in the region, from education to health to infrastructure and now to financial services. When you look at the ease of doing business in Africa, Rwanda is ranked number 2. The most critical resource that Rwanda has is people. 70% of Rwanda's population is under the age of 30. We are having those young, energetic people with ideas, and they are looking to monetize those ideas. We believe that it's through innovation that we are able to bring new ideas on the market, not only in finance, but in other sectors. That's very, very important, that for economies like ours, there has to be a need for continuous improvement. Look, we've built a nest. You have the birds, come and hatch them in Rwanda, because we need that capital.
Since its kickoff in January 2020, the journey of the Kigali International Financial Center has been one marked by great strides and milestones designed to realize Rwanda's vision to become a high-income country by 2050 and position itself as a financial services hub for the region and the African continent. Kigali International Financial Center's ambition is to become a preferred financial center for international investment in Africa by providing an attractive destination for investors with a legal and regulatory framework with an emphasis on economic substance and beneficial ownership reporting. Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, the groundwork to operationalize the KIFC was laid. Together with our stakeholders in the finance and business ecosystem, 17 new laws were enacted that cater to different investment vehicles, funds, holding companies, special purpose vehicles, trusts, and foundations, and created a compliant and robust regulatory environment. In terms of international recognition and mutual recognition, we have formed various strategic partnerships. Double taxation avoidance agreements, DTAAs, have been signed with Qatar, China, Luxembourg, Singapore, Jersey, Mauritius, Morocco, United Arab Emirates UAE, and the number is growing. A strong network of DTAAs is important for boosting investment inflows, thus ensuring KIFC's competitiveness as a jurisdiction. Rwanda signed the OECD Multilateral Convention on Mutual Administrative Assistance in Tax Matters, MAAC, expanding its network of tax partners to 143 countries, enabling an increase in tax transparency and cross-border collaboration. The end of 2020 was marked by the appointment of a high-level board of directors led by Mr. Tijan Thiam. In 2021, KIFC was ranked 5th in Africa by the Global Financial Centers Index, a renowned ranking on the competitiveness of financial centers across the world, and we hosted the World Alliance of International Financial Centers board meeting for the first time in Rwanda. KIFC has conducted roadshows across different countries and emirates, including Senegal, Zimbabwe, Mauritius, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Nigeria, Qatar, France, Belgium, Jersey, and UK. Notable investment funds have been domiciled through KIFC over the last 2 years, such as $350 million FEDA Fund, $250 million Virunga Fund, $21 million Future of Work Fund. In line with investor attraction, another key milestone was the creation of the KIFC Club, a membership-based premier Pan-African financial network that currently has close to 40 members. In the 2020 Labor Force Survey, an estimate of 38,434 people were employed in the financial services sector. Only 1.8% of these are certified. KIFC, in partnership with various institutions, is playing a key role in upskilling financial sector professionals through different training programs. 30 executives were trained on valuation and risk management by the prestigious business school in SEAD. KIFC Masterclass on Corporate Governance by Weber Wenzel. KIFC Masterclass on Emerging Trends in Financial Compliance by ICA. Energized by these few early successes and what the future holds, we have embarked full steam on this journey to transform Rwanda into a Pan-African financial hub. Bringing it closer to home, the intended impact of the KIFC on Rwanda's economy is diversify and scale the country's financial services and product offering, increase forex reserves, provide greater access to capital to retail and business customers, and create jobs. KIFC is open for business. We are ready to connect people with opportunities across Africa and beyond. Kigali International Financial Center invites you to join us and be part of this exciting journey.
The Kigali International Financial Center is delighted to present the Sustainable Finance Roadmap. Within the global economic context, where more capital is increasingly being allocated towards sustainable finance, Kigali International Financial Center aims to embed sustainability at the heart of its strategy and differentiate itself from peer jurisdictions through the meaningful adoption of a holistic sustainable finance roadmap. The objective is to transform Rwanda into a leading Pan-African hub for sustainable finance. 3 clear strategic objectives have been developed, giving the overall direction of this roadmap. 1. KIFC will advance the establishment of financial instruments and structures to mobilize local and international pools of capital. 2. KIFC will develop the necessary financial sector infrastructure to support sustainable finance instruments, including the integration and local adoption of ESG risk management, disclosure, and reporting standards. 3. KIFC will cultivate first-class human capital needed to build and underpin this sustainable finance infrastructure. To reach these strategic objectives, specific initiatives have been set, including KSI 1, attracting sustainable venture capital, private equity investment. KSI 2, building a sustainable stock and debt capital market. KSI 3, transitioning to sustainable lending. KSI 8, building first-class human capital in sustainable finance. With trillions of dollars pouring into sustainable funds, bonds, and related instruments, becoming a green and sustainable finance hub has become a key goal for many financial centers. The development of this roadmap is central to Rwanda's vision of becoming a carbon-neutral economy and is in continuity with the country's green growth and climate resilience strategy and its updated nationally determined contribution. All these efforts have contributed to position Rwanda to play its part in the global response to climate change and with the objective to build a resilient economy that can respond to different shocks, including those stemming from climate change. However, in order to achieve this vision, it's important to ensure effective private sector involvement in climate action. As a budding financial center, the Kigali International Financial Center shows great promise in connecting people and businesses with opportunities across Rwanda, Africa, and beyond. The recent establishment of Pan-African investment vehicles such as the Africa Climate Ventures and the Africa Pharmaceutical Technology Foundation, targeting investments addressing respectively the environmental and social side of ESG, are set to do just that, accelerating green and social capital flows in Rwanda and the neighboring region. Kigali International Financial Center invites you to join us and be part of this exciting journey.
At the heart of finance.
The Kigali International Financial Center is delighted to present the Sustainable Finance Roadmap.
The mandate of the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning is to manage the national economy and to ensure macroeconomic stability and economic development. The Kigali International Financial Center plays and will play a great role in our Vision 2050.
Kigali International Financial Center has been created to promote Kigali as a platform for financial innovation and financial investment in Rwanda, but also across Africa. And it has had a very good start and been able to attract a number of noticeable players already, and is continuing to do so.
The Kigali International Financial Center is coming within a context of rapid economic growth in Rwanda. Today, if you want to do business across the continent, we offer you Rwanda as a hub. You come here, you set up your business here, and then you can expand to the rest of the African continent.
In terms of untapped opportunities in Africa, we have access to expand. Yeah, we have a very large untapped market, can be catalyzed by technology today. Africa has the highest mobile penetration. That is in itself a really good opportunity to transmit those financial services.
We are in the middle of the digital transformation. We have new ways how to interact with finance, with our fingertips on our smartphones. In the financial industry, we call it fintech, financial transformation. This kind of trends, we have a big impact in the future.
Fintech is a key component of what we want to do in Rwanda, and that will have positive externalities for Rwanda, but also for Africa.
There are certain areas that require our attention in society, where we haven't solved problems. And the one is financial products for young people, where you don't necessarily require collateral and where someone's financial background doesn't play a role. As an organization and as a founder, I believe that you need to stay as close to impact as possible. That's why our headquarters are based in Rwanda, because most of the students that we finance are based in Rwanda. So it's natural for us to want to base our fund in Rwanda.
One of the advantages investing through KIFC has is having those DTAs with fellow African countries helps to ease, business entry from Rwanda to the rest of Africa. And having a young team of professionals whose single focus is to help you set up your business has been one of the most beautiful experiences I've had worldwide doing business.
One of the critical factors here is having a credible framework that the market will accept. We mean the right laws, we mean the right regulations, we mean the right approach to compliance, and Rwanda at great speed are passing these laws, and that's very encouraging to see.
When it comes to Africa is a growing market. Now recently 55 countries of Africa have decided to embark on the continental free trade area, which is the largest globally. And this makes even more attractive Africa as a destination for investment.
This is a game changer for the continent for a number of reasons. First, there will be increased focus in the trading of value-added products and services. There will be the benefit of comparative advantage as well between countries. There will also be the benefit coming from the fact that intra-African trade transactions will be settled in local African currencies.
The financial sector plays a key role in the functioning and the development of any economy. That is the place where people who are innovators and entrepreneurs and who need capital meet the providers of capital, and there can be no economic growth, no successful businesses if that connection is not done effectively and efficiently.
Financial innovation is key to unlocking sort of our economic growth on the continent. And the fact that Rwanda is leading that is again showing how it's being sort of a beacon of light around financial innovation. Making Rwanda a financial center will have a significant impact for the region.
This is Africa's turn, it's happening, and the financial services is at the heart of that. It's the lifeblood, it's the heart, it's the lungs. I mean, any metaphor, analogy you can take, financial services is indispensable to finally lift Africans out of poverty, provide them with the jobs they need and the prosperity they need.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Governor of the National Bank of Rwanda, Vice Chairman of Rwanda Finance, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Welcome to the Kigali International Finance Center's annual review dinner. My name is Makeda Mahadio, and it'll be my pleasure to guide you through this evening's program, highlighting KIFC's journey of milestones and achievements as they transform Rwanda into a Pan-African financial hub. This evening, we have lots in store as you enjoy your dinner. After our opening remarks and entertainment, we'll go into our annual review presentation by the KIFC team, and we'll be recognizing the KIFC club members. So, of course, without further ado, if you're all settled in and ready to go, let's go ahead and join me, please, with a very warm round of applause to welcome our first speaker to make tonight's official welcome remarks, Rwanda Finance Limited Vice Chair Diko Mukete. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a privilege and an honor for me to be here and to have been called upon to give this welcome remarks on behalf of the chair who couldn't be here and on my own behalf. Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Honorable Governor of the National Bank of Rwanda, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to everyone. As I said, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this annual review event of the KIFC. I wish to begin my remarks by extending New Year's greetings to you all. May the year 2023 be filled with good health, continued growth, and success. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Rwanda Finance Limited, I'm pleased to welcome you to this special evening to celebrate the project progress and key milestones which the Kigali International Financial Center has achieved within the short time since it became operational. As you are aware, the RFL is the agency tasked with promoting and developing the KIFC. At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the RFL team set out on an ambitious journey, diligently working to establish the right foundations and create a conducive environment to increase capital development in Africa, promote cross-border investments within the framework of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and serve as a platform for financial services and trade in Africa in general, and East and Central African regions in particular. The CEO, Mr. Nick Berige, and his team have achieved impressive results in that journey of transforming Rwanda into a Pan-African financial hub of choice. Today, we are here to witness the fruits of hard work, commitment, dedication, excellence, and passion. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to highlight just a few exciting milestones. 1. Under legal reforms, 18 laws were enacted and gazetted in record time. 2. A 10-year sustainable finance roadmap was developed and launched effectively in Rwanda and at COP27 to embark on the journey of positioning KIFC as a sustainable finance hub, to attract international capital to finance local and regional green and sustainable finance projects. 3, the KIFC retained its ranking as the 5th international financial center in sub-Saharan Africa, according to the Global Financial Competitiveness Index. You'll be hearing more on the achievements of the KIFC from the Rwanda Finance Limited team a little later this evening. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there is a popular African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Our long-term goal for the KIFC is to be the best in the continent. In order to achieve this, we must go together as strategic partners, as a sector, as a country, and as a continent. As His Excellency President Kagame has always reminded us on various occasions, don't just dream big, think big and aim high. In this regard, I would like to recognize all our strategic partners and the entire ecosystem, and also appreciate them for believing in our dream. Let me conclude by reiterating a pertinent and insightful statement made by our board chair, Mr. Tijan Tiam, which was just showed a few minutes ago, but I think it should be repeated. I quote, "The financial sector plays a key role in the functioning and development of any economy. This is where entrepreneurs and innovators meet the providers of capital. There can be no economic growth or successful business if this connection does not happen efficiently and effectively. Financial services are truly the lifeblood of any economy and are indispensable to finally lift Africa out of poverty, provide jobs, and create the prosperity we deserve." Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let us be inspired by these words as we continue the journey to transform Rwanda to a knowledge-based service economy well before 2050 to fulfill our Vision 2050 aspirations to achieve upper middle income status by 2035 and high income status by 2050. I believe together we can make it happen. Lastly, I wish to extend our deepest gratitude to the government of Rwanda through the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning for its unwavering support and guidance in the promotion and development of the Kigali International Financial Center. Congratulations once again to the RFL team, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of tonight's program. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Mr. Mukete, and thank you for those words. Now, this is an annual review dinner, but of course it is also a celebration of how far we've come. So we would like to welcome you to enjoy some entertainment as you have your dinner. So please join me in welcoming again with a warm round of applause the smooth stylings of Jean Patient Akayezu on the Inanga, and on the keys, Rwandan crooner Mike Kaihura. Bon appetit and enjoy.
Hello everybody, my name is Mike Kaihura and it's such an honor to be here. I hope you guys have a great night and enjoy your dinner. I'll be doing a few songs with Patience on the Inanga and I hope you enjoy our set. Ifite imisozi ndeba ugasanga ubwiza bwawe aribwo buhuruza abagenzi genda Rwanda uri nziza yoho umeka amahoro ubwiza bugutatse Rwanda ni bwinshi cyane sinabivuga ngo mbirangize genda Rwanda uri nziza yo umeka amahoro ibyiza bigutatse Rwanda ni byinshi cyane sinabivuga ngo mbirangize genda Rwanda genda Rwanda byiza bigutatse Rwanda ni byinshi cyane sinabivuga ngo mbirangize all my life I know, all my life I know I've lived in the hills of Zion. So my life I know I've lived in the hills of Zion. little too early to be my homie, acting like you know me. My religion has temptations, the Lord never told me to be here in control. Find a way to let go. Find a way to be feeling. I won't mess with your eye if you don't mess with my eye, baby, I keep trying. I don't like another man on your timetable. I don't like it, even the homies you're rolling with, you're calling your friends. I don't like the way you're getting high without me. I dislike it, you're rolling with the wrong ones, you're looking funny. You're a blessing from the highest I can guarantee. Keeping it private on the regular is what you need. Step out the hot box and dance for me. Shake off the groupies at the Nancy. Nungo go susanga nyaka babaroloki. Anytime you show that kuhinduka. Anytime you touch me I lose control. Nungo go susanga nyaka kagache baby. In any case, the music kunikundira. In any case, tonight, to the dangerous, we wildin', yeah, we wildin'. Wildin' with my baby. Wildin', yeah, we wildin'. Woo, 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 woo. We wildin', yeah, we wildin'. Wildin' with my baby. Wildin', yeah, we wildin'. I see you chilling with your girls looking serious. But I know you're super high and moving curious. Your cup so full with a jetty on the rocks tonight. I'll give you about an hour and you're by my side. Wouldn't take a thought, talk to me. I need that delay, I need you around me. Come to think about it, you're the reason I've been empty. Your blessing from the highest I can guarantee. Keeping it private on the regular is what you need. Step out the hot box and dance for me. Shake off the groupies at the Nancy. Nungo go susanga nyaka babaroloki. Anytime you show that kuhinduka. Anytime you touch me I lose control. Nungo go susanga nyaka kagache baby. Then it gets the music kunikundira. In any case, tonight it is dangerous. We're out in here, we're out there. Out in with my baby. Out in here, we're out there. Woo, 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 woo. We're out there, we're out there. wildin', yeah, we're wildin'. Wildin', yeah, we're wildin'. Wildin' with my baby. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. This September, you might be a reminder that my heart's not forever. This September 27, said you might be a reminder that my heart's not forever. I won't hesitate to negotiate what we do in December. You know I can be the only one. See, this sounds crazy. See your hand in my hand, it's the real deal. It's the fever. Mama Munyana, you're the light in the corridor. Your presence is unusual, your presence. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. So get a little closer to me. These things are shady. They true signs, they're not wise. You decide what you wanna do mid-July. Don't smoke on the inside. I make plans in my mind. You decide, don't think twice. Many last dreams I don't see, please show them to me. Since shaka many dreams, I want those where you breathe. Cause this sounds crazy. You see your hand in my hand, it's the real deal. It's the fever. Mama Munyana, you're the light in the corridor. Your presence is unusual, your presence. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. Golden love, child, stay closer. Said you might be the only one to change my direction. Golden love, child, stay closer. Cause you might be the only one to change my direction. Golden love, child, stay closer. 'cause you might be the only one to change my direction. I'm painting my walls, only orange. My mama loves it, she likes a party. So every morning I play her music, Olive and Goma, some chaka chaka. My woman is soft, but not in the flowers. I praise the movements, she's really something. And when time for hard times, I speak to Julie. I'm never lonely. Thank you, Jesus. See, regardless, I smile and go locante. Oh, see, regardless, I smile and go locante. Oh, I was told I had fire in my system. I had more tequila. I didn't quite listen. Your friends say they know me. They say they listen, yes. They want a quick one, but I'm out of service. And said I'm looking for Georgia. Looks like I'm alone now, and I got no money, so I will do the risking. But still, regardless, I smile and go locante. Oh, so regardless, I smile. You've been on your hustle and you need that relaxation. I touch you so gently so you can see me clearly. Sunshine's coming early, try and stand by the breeze, but the sunshine has a calling, so hold on to the sun. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. It's so then stay high, find yourself as fire, but you choose to stick around 'cause something's in the light. Doesn't mean that's so far, so don't know so far. All that's left behind will find you inside. All that's tried to shake you will find you inside. You've been on your hustle and you need that relaxation. I touch you so gently so you can see me clearly. Sunshine's coming hard and try to stay by the breeze, but the sunshine has a calling, so hold on to the sun. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. Seasons change for a reason, yeah. Keep your head up when the rain comes near. It's so nice when you look up to the sky. There's no joy in the fear. Falling over things is fine. Bringing me the war is fine. It's promised me through the times we can dance to the rhythm of life. So dance with my brothers is good. Dance with my mama, she's cool. You've been on your hustle and you need that relaxation. I touch you so gently so you can see me clearly. The sunshine's coming on and try to stay by the breeze, but the sunshine has a calling, so hold on to the sun. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. So I am mama, na 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 na. She call me and say, can she be my friend? Call me and see me, she be my lioness. I said, hold up, mommy, chill, it's sailors. If she get to know me, mama, I think that's best. I found 8 missed calls, don't stress. With me at the usual, no cigarettes. I won't be doing any as long as you're next to me. Call me 6:30. Yo, you see, sometime at 6:30, this bad girl's going to call me. She could be a little bit rude on the line. She could be a little bit rude. You see, sometime at 6:30, this bad girl's going to call me. And she could be a little bit rude on the line. She could even be a little bit rude on the line. Rude on the line. She's rude on the line, yeah. Days after when you look in my eyes, I'm taking time with the way I decide. It's way deeper than bringing you vibes. Classical, you hitting my line. You sing along to all of my songs. You hold my hand like you know it's so right. But you hate that you dance alone. 6:30 is not far from now. You see, sometime at 6:30, this bad girl's going to call me. And she could be a little bit rude on the line. She could be a little bit rude. You see, sometime at 6:30, This podcast going to call me, and she could be a little bit rude on the line. She could be a little bit rude on the line. I found endless calls, don't stress. Me the usual, no cigarettes. I won't be doing any explanation next to me, no, 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 no. Cause I found endless calls, don't stress. Me at the usual, no cigarettes. I won't be doing any explanation next to me, call me 6:30. Oh, 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 oh. You're hysterical, typically picky, never letting go. But you don't know about it, you don't give me time, closing every door. But do I lose? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I get by? Do I get across what I'm going through? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I get by? Do I get across what I'm going through? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I wanna try deeper. Swimming is since the challenging times. I wanna try deeper. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. I wanna try deeper. Swimming is since the challenging times. I wanna try deeper, yeah. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. You're emotional, like me, you can feel things, but you don't put the bottle down. Yet you're capable of better things than me. So don't you lose, don't go lose it, don't you lose, no, no, no. Try to get by, try to get across what you're going through, boo, 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 boo. Cause I wanna try deeper. Swimming is since the challenging times. I wanna try deeper. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. I wanna try deeper. Swimming is since the challenging times. I wanna try deeper. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high.
since the challenging times. I wanna jaribu. Shadow me tight, I'm a little too high. 'Cause I wanna jaribu. Siku mingi since the challenging times. 'Cause I wanna jaribu, yeah. Shadow me tight, I'm a little too high. Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. 'Cause I know when that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. That I know when that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started wearing this and going out. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need mine. 'Cause I know in that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. I know in that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. 'Cause ever since I left to see you, maybe ever since I left to see you, ever since I left the city, and ever since I left the city, you used to call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my. 'Cause I know when that hotline bling, that could only be one thing. I know when that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. 'Cause ever since I left the city, Look at Sabrina, she's totally eager. She's leaning on my shoulder. She knows she's coming over. Slow, telemundo. She like the drama with the levitation. She like it when I pass it over. She like the touching when it's decent. Mooning with Sabrina. Mooning with Sabrina. Mooning with Sabrina. Mooning with Sabrina. You can't stop Sabrina. Love on that lick. But she got 44,000 when she's the leader. Yeah, she's riding me deeper. She got no one to tell her. Tell her to fly over the moon. And you see, run to the center. I'm trying to run to your page now. Come in me to the edge, God. Got some vibe and emotion. Big guns up with a defender. One, two, do you copy your soldier? Paint your fantasies in colors. Sing your melodies till the sunrise. I just wanna fight for your love. I know Gozi, if you more. I just wanna fly to the moon with you. When look at Sabrina, love on that lip. She got 44,000. She's in deeper. She's riding me deeper. She got no one to tell her. To tell her to fly over the moon. I'm trying to do it low, can't keep it real. You can Sabrina, live on that liquor. She got 44,000. She's a diva, she's riding me deeper. She got no one to tell her. To tell her to fly over the moon. I'm trying to do it low key and keep it real. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through it. To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometimes, and I want to spend some time with you. So just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. So just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us, ooh. Just the two of us, you and I. Since November, zillion problems. What's the point of getting lit if I found you? You're proof that I gotta make it through. Motivation, inspiration. Then I'm getting sanga. Better jinshun, better namukanga. Ubu put up games, you could late night calls will be fat and easy. I'm sick and tired of running after the blue sky. Sick and tired of wasting the good time. Come. Sit down, put your feet on my lap, I want your groove, nah. The way you speak to me, nah. It's cool by the waters make blow. But if it leads a bit, nah. Uringiza, sana. You're opening all my doors. You're pushing me more and more. Urikeza. Time, you keep tripping in my corridor. I'm seeing you more and more. So pretty girl in my corridor. Tuza, ndagukunda. Tuza, pretty girl in my corridor. Tuza, ndagukunda. So it's nice how you vibing to my new team. A little bit of ish on your new playlist. Turn it up, it's only 6 stars. Take off what you got, you won't need that. You sick, you got it lies through your Ray-Bans. Gin and juice in your right hand. Baby, follow, let's chit-chat. Where you really at, what you really like. I want your groove, nah. The way you speak to me, nah. Let's go by the waters, make love. But if it's a little bit, nah. Uringiza, sana. So you're opening all my doors. You're pushing me more and more. Urikeza, time. You keep tripping in my corridor. I'm seeing you more and more. So pretty girl in my corridor. Tuza, ndagukunda. Tuvuvuvuvuza, pretty girl in my corridor. Tuza, kukumuvumunda tububububuza. Speak to me, na na na. Scuba the waters make low. Puff it a little bit, na na na. I want you good, na na. The way you speak to me, na na na. And scuba the waters make low. Puff it a little bit, na na na. You're opening all my doors, yes. You're pushing me more and more. Baby, who the cares? Darling. Thank you.
We have opportunities. The missing link is capital. Rwanda is located in the heart of Africa. And for the government of Rwanda, it's been working on how it can leverage Rwanda's centrality to be a business and financial services hub for Africa. The work that we are doing at Kigali International Financial Center is putting in place that framework that facilitates flow of capital to monetize the opportunities that we have in the region, from education to health to infrastructure and now to financial services. When you look at the ease of doing business in Africa, Rwanda is ranked number 2. The most critical resource that Rwanda has is people. 70% of Rwanda's population is under the age of 30. We are having those young, energetic people with ideas, and they are looking to monetize those ideas. We believe that it's through innovation that we are able to bring new ideas on the market, not only in finance, but in other sectors. That's very, very important, that for economies like ours, there has to be a need for continuous improvement. Look, we've built a nest. You have the birds, come and hatch them in Rwanda, because we need that capital. At the heart of finance is trust. Collaboration and cooperation is very, very important. We have opportunities. The missing link is capital. Rwanda is
within the global economic context, where more capital is increasingly being allocated towards sustainable finance. Kigali International Financial Center aims to embed sustainability at the heart of its strategy and differentiate itself from peer jurisdictions through the meaningful adoption of a holistic sustainable finance roadmap. The objective is to transform Rwanda into a leading Pan-African hub for sustainable finance. 3 clear strategic objectives have been developed, giving the overall direction of this roadmap. 1. KIFC will advance the establishment of financial instruments and structures to mobilize local and international pools of capital. 2. KIFC will develop the necessary financial sector infrastructure to support sustainable finance instruments, including the integration and local adoption of ESG risk management, disclosure, and reporting standards. 3. KIFC will cultivate first-class human capital needed to build and underpin this sustainable finance infrastructure. To reach these strategic objectives, specific initiatives have been set, including KSI 1, attracting sustainable venture capital, private equity investment. KSI 2, building a sustainable stock and debt capital market. KSI 3, transitioning to sustainable lending. KSI 8, building first-class human capital in sustainable finance. With trillions of dollars pouring into sustainable funds, bonds, and related instruments, becoming a green and sustainable finance hub has become a key goal for many financial centers. The development of this roadmap is central to Rwanda's vision of becoming a carbon-neutral economy and is in continuity with the country's green growth and climate resilience strategy and its updated nationally determined contribution. All these efforts have contributed to position Rwanda to play its part in the global response to climate change and with the objective to build a resilient economy that can respond to different shocks, including those stemming from climate change. However, in order to achieve this vision, it's important to ensure effective private sector involvement in climate action. As a budding financial center, the Kigali International Financial Center shows great promise in connecting people and businesses with opportunities across Rwanda, Africa, and beyond. The recent establishment of Pan-African investment vehicles such as the Africa Climate Ventures and the Africa Pharmaceutical Technology Foundation, targeting investments addressing respectively the environmental and social side of ESG, are set to do just that, accelerating green and social capital flows in Rwanda and the neighboring region. Kigali International Financial Center invites you to join us and be part of this exciting journey.
located in the heart of Africa. And for the government of Rwanda, it's been working on how it can leverage Rwanda's centrality to be a business and financial services hub for Africa. The work that we are doing at Kigali International Financial Center is putting in place that framework that facilitates flow of capital to monetize the opportunities that we have in the region, from education to health to infrastructure and now to financial services. When you look at the ease of doing business in Africa, Rwanda is ranked number 2. The most critical resource that Rwanda has is people. 70% of Rwanda's population is under the age of 30. We are having those young, energetic people with ideas, and they are looking to monetize those ideas. We believe that it's through innovation that we are able to bring new ideas on the market, not only in finance, but in other sectors. That's very, very important, that for economies like ours, there has to be a need for continuous improvement. Look, we've built a nest. You have the birds, come and hatch them in Rwanda, because we need that capital. At the heart of finance is trust.
But first, before we get into milestones and achievements, I think we need to know where we're coming from, right? I mean, for example, you know, some of us may know, but has anyone in this room ever thought to themselves, why did Rwanda decide in the first place to try to become a huge Pan-African financial hub? Well, CEO Nick Barige and his team at KIFC have the context and the story. So Nick, I'm going to pass it on over to you. Take it away. The floor is yours. As he comes up the road.
Thank you, Makeda.
On the journey.
Earlier, the governor was asking why this, and it's a more graphical depiction of what Kigali International Financial Center is trying to achieve. Honorable Minister, Honorable Governor, Board of Directors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you this evening. I want to start off with 3 numbers, and please try and recall them. 1, 3%. The second is 5.2%. The third is 11.8%. Why are these numbers important? They speak to Rwanda's aspiration, Vision 2050. Vision 2050 is about the Rwanda that we want, the Rwanda that aspires to be a high-income country. Now, that's where Kigali International Financial Center comes in, because Kigali International Financial Center is part of the strategies that the government of Rwanda has undertaken of how we continue to grow as a country, leveraging the financial sector. Earlier, you saw different speakers, our board chair, talking about the importance that finance plays in any country's development. And that's where Kigali International Financial Center comes in. Let me share with you our vision. The vision of Kigali International Financial Center is to become a preferred financial center for investments in Africa. Catchphrase there. Not just Rwanda, in Africa, because the aspiration is that there is need for international financial centers in Africa. Today we talk about Casablanca, we talk about Mauritius, Kigali, and others that are growing. International financial centers play a very critical role because they bring those with capital, those with needs, and they bring them together. They create that platform. We have needs in this country. We have opportunities in education, in health, in infrastructure, and that's where Kigali International Financial Center is coming in, to work with other ecosystem actors, with banks, with insurance, you name it, with the Capital Markets Authority, Rwanda Stock Exchange, to attract capital that monetizes those opportunities. we have a mission, and this mission is to be a catalyst for a safe, compliant, and pro-business environment in Rwanda. This is equally important because for financial centers globally, at the heart of it is not only about connecting, it's also about ensuring that as a jurisdiction, you are compliant to international norms. Now, how will we measure our success? We started 3 years ago. We are now talking about, we are presenting to you achievements made in 2022. But our goal is measured in 2025. Let me share some of them with you. One, ensuring that Kigali International Financial Center is #1 in sub-Saharan Africa when we look at the Global Financial Center Ranking Index. This is important. Two, how do we attract members? We've given it a number. Our goal is that over the next 5 years, starting from when we started in 2020, Honorable Minister, we should have attracted 200 investors, because the goal is about diversifying the financial sector. Today we have funds, we have foundations, we have trusts, and that's what we're building up to. But the measure is 200. To quantify it, financial centers measure their depth in terms of assets under management, and we have a number there, $600 million assets under management by 2025. So 3 years in, the team is going to be sharing with you what progress has been made thus far. It's also equally important that as a financial center, we are compliant, and part of our goals, our objectives by 2025, we want to have a financial center that is fully compliant to international norms, be it OECD standards, be it FATF standards. And finally, in terms of goals for Kigali International Financial Center, it's about having how we protect investments that are coming in, and we have a goal around double tax treaties because they are very, very important as well. When we started, we had 7. Today we are talking about 13, but the goal by 2025 is they should be 40. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our vision, that's our mission. Those are the matrices that we should be measuring success as we think about this runway. Now, this might sound ambitious. Now, I want to ask Hortense, which strategies do we deploy to be able to continue to progressively achieve that? So I'll hand over to you, Hortense. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Let me also use the runway for this. Yes. Honorable Minister, Honorable Governor, board members, and distinguished guests, good evening as well from me. Now, I want to sort of bring it down to the ground. So Nick has mentioned the ambitious vision and mission that we have. And what I and my colleagues are going to do is now take you through the key actions we have to undertake to be able to actually bring this vision to life. I want to draw to your attention to the first two, and that's compliance and talent. Now, the sole purpose of a financial center or a regional financial service hub is to enable investors or actors to be able to trade easily and invest easily across borders, right? At the end of the day, you can be a financial sector, but what sets you apart as a financial center is to be able to facilitate the ease of trading and investing across borders. So now compliance, how does it speak to it? We have a target to ensure that Rwanda remains a compliant jurisdiction when it comes to tax, transparency, and the financial flows, the movement of capital across borders. Now, to be able to do this, Rwanda is already a member of the OECD Global Forum. Rwanda is already a member of the ESMALAG, which is the anti-money laundering body. Now, what exactly are we doing to take this a step further? It's important that Rwanda now goes beyond Rwanda. It goes beyond the region to the continent and the world across. Now, we have a target that Rwanda has to sign about 3 international conventions that allow for the mutual exchange of tax information. At the end of the day, when we talk about tax transparency, what we mean is that someone can easily collaborate and exchange information or data with different jurisdictions. So last year, Rwanda signed one of those conventions, and that is the Convention for the Mutual Administrative Assistance in Tax Matters. Now, what this means is that Rwanda will be able to exchange information with over 120 jurisdictions. So this is a big task for the Rwanda Revenue Authority. Now they'll be able, if anyone wants investor information, for example, if investors are coming from Europe, if investors are coming from Africa or Asia, now RRA will be able to exchange the information. If our own investors want to go and trade or invest in those jurisdictions, Rwanda Revenue will also be able to exchange the information with counterparties. The second that is important in terms of tax transparency or compliance is with regards to the peer reviews. This year, Rwanda will be reviewed. We have to pass the test. We have to ensure that we remain a compliant jurisdiction for tax as well as financial flows. Now, over the last year, in partnership with key institutions, there's been a lot of activity going towards legal reform, making sure that we are meeting the international standards obligations for OECD and FATF. Because at the end of this year, there will be a peer review. Rwanda will be reviewed to determine really whether we're still compliant. And if we're not compliant, the big dream that Rwanda has to become a financial hub will be critically in jeopardy. Now, the third part that speaks to compliance, or I would say cross-border investment, is tax treaties. And at the end of the day, when we speak financial center, we need to be able to facilitate our investors to move money or capital across borders. Now, when this initiative started in 2020, Rwanda had signed 10 tax treaties. Since then, Rwanda has signed 7 additional treaties. And last year, 4 of those 7 have been enacted. That is China, Luxembourg, Congo Republic, and Qatar. And what this means now is that whether you're an investor here, you can easily invest in Qatar or these countries without having to be taxed twice. So you see, it's now being open, more open for business, right? Nick mentioned we have a target of 40 by 2025. This is aggressive ambition. But what's important is how you take it in piecemeal sizes. And that's why year on, there are clear targets that we have. Now that's with tax. The second pillar is talent. At the end of the day, behind an investor is a face, right? Behind investment is a professional. Now, Rwanda, to serve as a financial services hub, needs to have a sufficient pool of specialized expertise in investment management and finance. Again, clear initiatives have been set, starting with the development of a 5-year strategic plan for capacity building. And what was important is that Rwanda needs to have an organ that can oversee capacity building activities for the financial sector, for this to work, and for institutions to keep working for the same vision. Over the last year, we have received clear commitments from key institutions towards the establishment of this financial sector. And this year, it's our target to make sure that we establish this Financial Services Council. The second is to attract professionals and to actually deepen the expertise of our own professionals towards investment management. And there are key activities we're doing in collaboration with our partners to be able to create awareness towards the opportunities, but also to build competence and expertise towards this clear, I would say, skill sets. So I'd like to hand over to my colleague, Dr. Delit, because at the end of the day, all these achievements that we do, it's not only Rwanda Finance that does it. We do it in partnership with key strategic partners. And before I call him, what I would like to leave with you today is that we have a clear action to ensure that Rwanda remains compliant and to ensure that we build the talent. So it's my call to action to you today. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, Honorable Governor, Board of Directors, CEO of Banks, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My CEO Nick said we have investment vehicles as trust, foundation, company, all those need to have legal and regulation backing them. So we used this strategic partnership to make sure we have a conducive legal and regulatory framework. Also, Rwanda Finance, through KIFC, we have other partnerships like UNDP, which help to develop the sustainable finance. But for this section, I recover the partnerships which actually helped Rwanda Finance to go through all those legal and regulatory framework. So we have the partnership with Jersey and Luxembourg. So to make those partnerships viable, Rwanda Finance with stakeholders, Rwanda Development Board, regulators, National Bank of Rwanda, the Capital Market Authority, Rwanda Development Bank, Financial Intelligence Center. So we took all those stakeholders to Luxembourg to get exposed to the best practices, to have a conducive legal and regulatory framework. So to give examples, with the Office of the Registrar General, we had a very useful discussion how the investment vehicle protect sale company can be registered, can be supervised, also how they do due diligence. For the fund industry, as we all know, the law governing correct investment scheme, before we had only one type of fund, so the fund which raised money from the public. So now, with the partnership, we get exposed. We have the law having now the funds which are collecting money, not from the public. So we have the private funds. So with those investment vehicles, now funds which are not collecting money from the public can be established and invest in Rwanda or on the African continent, having a base in Rwanda. Also, with the National Bank of Rwanda, we get exposed to how, for instance, branches of foreign banks can be established here in Rwanda. As all you know, we need more custodian banks. So all those are best practices we have get exposed when we were in New Jersey and Luxembourg. Recently, also, we are discussing with Luxembourg how to work on niches, being sustainable finance, also fintech. For sustainable finance, now we are discussing how we can make Rwanda Stock Exchange a green exchange. So the discussions are progressing well, and we are quite sure with the support from the Luxembourg, we can succeed this, as they did also for Cape Verde. For fintech, the focus is now on startups, where we receive a coaching for financial reporting, record keeping, and governance, corporate governance, so that they can raise appetite to access finance, also to be exposed to the market. So those are the benefits we had from actually working with all of you, stakeholders and partners from Luxembourg, actually to have all those working. So for the compliance, we have So Hortense said the compliance. So the legal team, we make sure all these laws and regulation, they have provisions for OECD and FATF so that we make sure we are compliant. So I'm going to invite my colleague Anthony also to give more details on the law and the regulation we have passed so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Adelit. Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Now, I'm here to talk about the legal framework. I wish to recall in January 2022 when the Minister of Finance, it was me, Adelit, Tudi, and Nick. So we had this hill that we had to move. We had to turn around a couple of laws because when you talk about a financial center, you have to have the enabling legal framework. So we had started the journey, but we realized a couple of months in, we're still on the first law. So I remember in that meeting, we sat down and said, okay, how can we turn around so many laws in a short period? We shared ideas, but one of the ideas that guided us move was to say, okay, if we had to choose a car of choice, which car would it be? Guess what? I've had Mitsubishi. Any other choice? Benz? No. We went for a Ferrari. That's the type of car that we needed to move. And now I'm proud to say with your support, after 3 years, we were able to enact 18 laws within 3 years. Was it a simple journey? No, I would be lying. What did we rely on? It was teamwork. The stakeholders we have here, the regulators, we are very proud of you, and I just wish to take this opportunity to say a big thank you. We appreciate. Continue to work with us on this journey. Now, when you look at the legal framework that we put in place, one, we had to look at one of the key questions that my colleagues referred to was economic transformation. How do you get Rwanda to a high-income economy? So these are one of the things we had to look at. Number two, we had to look at compliance because that is at the heart of KIFC. You can bring in business here as long as it's compliant. We only want to work with activities that are clean. So that is so passionate to us that we can't cede it for anything else. And number three, we had to have laws that speak to investor needs. Now, when you look at the bracket in which all these laws fall, one was financial services, investment vehicles, to name but a few. So I would want to focus on investment vehicles, just a couple of examples. Among the new laws we put in place was the partnership law. If you look at the trend with private equity today, how are they structured? Through partnerships, limited partnerships. We didn't have a partnership law. So those are among the laws that we had to make sure that we have in place, because if you want to attract investments, if you want to attract funds, if you want to attract feeder funds, name it, you need a partnership. You can't structure it as a company because you have to diversify and speak to every investor's needs. We also put in place the foundation law. We are used of community benefit foundations, but at least now you can provide for a private foundation or a mixed foundation. So this reads to estate planning, philanthropy, name it. So when you look at all this legal framework that we're still putting in place, we also had to look into the incentives, the investment code, to ensure that we are competitive. Now, we have moved and We have a target of $600 million, but I would now wish to invite my colleague Tudi to speak to the laws and their impact to the business development activities, and he'll shed more light to the practicality, what we're talking about. When you say assets under management, what do we have? And all the different structures that are in Kigali International Financial Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. It is a long road, and Kigali International Financial Center is international. So you will allow me, please, to switch into French. Monsieur le Ministre, chers invités, chers collègues, cela fait maintenant 2 ans que l'équipe se bat avec vous pour atteindre les objectifs tels que Nick vous les a présentés. 600 millions en 5 ans. Pour ceux qui ne comprennent pas le français, je suis sûr qu'autour de vous, il y a une personne qui parle français. Et je vais parler très doucement pour vous. Donc, 600 millions, 80 entités. Comment faire pour atteindre ces objectifs? Nous avons travaillé sur les lois, nous avons travaillé sur les partenariats, nous avons travaillé sur les traités de non-double imposition. À la fin de la journée, la question de Monsieur le Ministre sera combien? Combien sont aujourd'hui attirés dans le centre financier de Kigali? Alors, je vais être aussi bref que possible. Nous avons parlé, mon collègue Anthony vient juste de le dire, la loi sur les partenariats. Grâce à cette loi, nous avons pu, pour la première fois à Kigali, enregistrer un fonds qui s'appelle Virunga Africa Fund, Part 1. Ce fonds, il est très spécial. Pourquoi? Parce que les 2 premiers investisseurs, un, le Rwanda, le fonds de pension du Rwanda. 2, le Qatar, l'agence d'investissement du Qatar. Vous voyez le lien? Donc, clairement, les lois, les partenariats, les traités de double imposition permettent aujourd'hui d'avoir ce fonds enregistré au Rwanda. Mais le centre financier de Kigali, c'est aussi l'Afrique. Un deuxième exemple. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé en 2022? Et grâce à vous, je ne sais pas quelle est la banque, je ne sais pas quel est le cabinet d'avocats, je ne sais pas quels sont les fiscalistes qui ont eu ce contrat. Il y a une entité qui s'appelle Dakar Network Angels. Je ne peux pas traduire parce qu'il s'appelle Dakar Network Angels. Je suis désolé. Ces investisseurs qui viennent de Dakar, du Sénégal, investissent principalement en Afrique de l'Ouest, francophone. Donc imaginez, l'argent vient de Dakar vers Kigali et de Kigali à Bamako, de Kigali à Abidjan. Pourquoi? Grâce à vous. Parce qu'ils savent qu'en utilisant le centre financier de Kigali, il est plus facile et plus efficace d'investir ailleurs en Afrique. La liste est longue, mais je veux juste donner quelques idées de ce que l'équipe a réussi à accomplir. Le troisième, on a parlé de fondation. Mais à l'époque, on parlait de fondation, il n'y avait pas de loi sur les fondations. Aujourd'hui, il y a une loi qui permet de mettre en place 3 types de fondations. Sous l'impulsion de la Banque africaine de développement, nous avons à Kigali la Fondation pharmaceutique et technologique pour l'Afrique. Et cette fondation va remplir un rôle très important. Il y a aujourd'hui 70% d'importation sur les médicaments en Afrique. Cette fondation va investir pour cela. Il y a aujourd'hui 14 milliards dépensés pour importer des solutions pharmaceutiques. Cette fondation va donner des solutions. Et je vais m'arrêter sur un dernier exemple. Encore une fois, le centre financier de Kigali, c'est international. Nous avons dans la salle une société qui s'appelle Catapulte. Catapulte vient des pays nordiques. C'est merveilleux, ça, il fait froid là-bas, ici il fait chaud. Catapulte investit en Afrique. Et ils ont encore une fois choisi le Rwanda. Ils ont commencé petit, mais Catapulte va grandir. Tout ça pour vous dire que cette ambition que Nick a présentée, que Anthony, que Adélite, que Hortense ont expliqué, nous sommes en train d'y arriver grâce à vous. 600 millions d'objectifs. En 2022, nous avons enregistré plus de 500 millions de promesses d'investissement à travers le centre financier. Objectif de 80 compagnies en 2022, et ça c'est sur 5 ans. En 2022, nous avons enregistré plus de 49 compagnies. Quelle est la demande? Quelle est notre demande? Ces objectifs ne sont pas les objectifs de Rwanda Finance. Ce sont les objectifs de nous tous ici. Donc, s'il vous plaît, continuez à offrir vos services. S'il vous plaît, voyagez avec nous. Il n'y a plus de Covid, il faut en profiter. Et ensemble, avec nos collègues, nous allons continuer à faire la promotion du centre financier. Cela me permet d'inviter la prochaine présentatrice, qui sera Chadori. Oh. Le ministre vient de me parler. Et quand le ministre il parle, il faut écouter. So just to summarize what has been said. Again, we are multilingual, but I will not speak yet in Kinyarwanda. So we have been able to achieve, as of today, over 500 million commitment into investment through KIFC. We have been able to achieve, and this is only for year 2022, we have been able to achieve over 49 new entities registered in the financial center. And this has been possible only thanks to you. People coming from Senegal, from Norway, Sweden, people coming from all parts of Africa. Actually, something that I have not said in French. Over 50% of the members are coming from Africa. I believe I've been long enough, so please, Shaduri, can you share with us how we can make now this fantastic project more visible to Africa and beyond, and what are the channels that we are using? What have we done in 2022 that is special in terms of events? Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Governor of the Central Bank, to all our guests, good evening. The story of Kigali International Financial Center has been so beautifully narrated by my colleagues. Don't you think so? Yes, a round of applause. I am here to share with you a little bit about the KIFC brand. As the story unfolds, we have really seen our brand growing. On social media, for example, we observed that last year, 81% of our audience now recognizes our brand. Ladies and gentlemen, the KIFC is known. Thanks to all of you for engaging with our content on social media, for attending our events in such big numbers. It gives us so much encouragement, so much energy to keep telling the story of the Kigali International Financial Center. So thank you to our audience. Last year, there are two key events that really stood out for the Kigali International Financial Center. The first one, as you will probably all guess, is CHOGM. We were part of the Commonwealth Business Forum, and we hosted a very successful event. Some of you were there, and it was a really amazing moment for us on the global stage to keep once again telling the story of KIFC. We were also really privileged to be part of COP27, and my colleagues talked about our sustainable finance positioning and niche. And so we were able to launch our sustainable finance roadmap in Egypt during COP27. In terms of media, a lot has been achieved, and I hope that you see us out there. KIFC has been featured in over 150 media outlets, globally, regionally, and internationally as well. And we've been able to capture the attention of an audience of close to 1 million. Thanks to all of you once again for all your support on that. And we have also been ranked twice in a row now as 5th on the Global Financial Centers Index in Africa. And that, again, is a really amazing achievement for us. I think Nick talked about our ranking as well on the GFCI. Now, finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are really pleased and excited to announce that www.kfc.rw, our new website, is now live. So, yes, please, we invite you to visit the website, continue interacting with us, sharing your thoughts and ideas with us. We also, on everyone's table, there's a QR code that has our annual report, the detailed version of our annual report. So you can simply use your phone and scan, and you'll be able to access the full 2022 annual report. So please go ahead and do that. We've made it as easy as possible and as green as possible as well. So you'll not see any papers printed or anything. We try to go as digital as we can. So as you heard my colleague Tudi giving the investment attraction highlights in French, you know we're a multilingual jurisdiction, and I would like to invite my colleague Sandy as well to come to the stage and also give us a few highlights about KIFC in Kinyarwanda. Sandy, karibu.
Murakoze Shaduri. Nyakubahwa Minisitiri w'Imari n'Igenamigambi, nyakubahwa Umuyobozi wa Banki Nkuru y'Igihugu, banyakubahwa bari mu nama y'ubutegetsi ya Rwanda Finance, banyakubahwa mu nzego zitandukanye, batumirwa, bashyitsi bahire, muraho. Nimunyemerere mbahe inshamake nunga mu gihe abagenzi banjye ibyo bamaze kuvuga kuri iki gicumbi mpuzamahanga cya serivisi y'imari n'amabanki. Ndaza gukoresha imibare mugenzi wanjye umuyobozi Nick yavuze kugira ngo uze kudufasha kugira ngo tugire ibyo twumva. Ndakoresha 3%, iyo ni ijanisha mpuzandengo, nze gukoresha 5.2 nkuko yabivuze, nze gukoresha na 11.8. Ugiye kureba ubu ngubu turi muri iyi minsi cyangwa se ugiye kora ku mibare dufite, bigaragaza ko urwego rw'imari n'amabanki rutanga nibura iryo janisha rya 3% ku musaruro mbumbe w'igihugu. ariko icyerekezo igihugu cyacu cyihaye ni ukugira ngo mu mwaka w'ibihumbi 2035 nibura uzave kuri 3% bigere kuri 5.8%, noneho kuri ibihumbi 2050 bive kuri 5.8 bive kuri 11.2%. Ibyo rero kugira ngo bishoboke nuko habayeho igitekerezo ariyo mbarutso yuko hagomba kubaho icyo twita igicumbi mpuzamahanga cya serivisi y'imari n'amabanki, aribyo bise KIFC, Kigali International Financial Center. Ariko kugira ngo icyo cyifuzo gikorwe nuko hagomba kubaho ikigo kigomba gushyira mu bikorwa icyo gicumbi cyacu aricyo cyitwa Rwanda Finance, twese umuryango wacu ubona wambaye gutya tubarizwamo. Murakoze cyane. Kugira ngo ibyo bigerweho, icyihutiwe cya mbere ni ukubanza gushyiraho intumbero. Ya mbere ni ukuvuga ngo nkuko Nika yabidusobanuriye neza, intumbero y'icyo gicumbi ni ukugira ngo tube igicumbi kibereye buri wese, kinogeye buri wese umushoramari muri Afurika. Icya kabiri, cyubahiriza amategeko n'amahame mpuzamahanga agenga ibicumbi by'imari n'amabanki ku isi yose. Kubera ko hajemo ikintu cy'amategeko, hajemo ikintu cy'amahame, ikintu cya mbere cyagomba kwihutirwa nkuko mugenzi wanjye Antonio yabivuze, ni ukubanza gushyiraho amategeko, kuvugurura hari ndetse no gushyiraho andi mahame kugira ngo dushobore kuba twakora neza, dushobore kuba twareshya abashoramari mu Rwanda nkuko turimo kubikora bagenzi banjye babivuze. Icyo cyarakozwe. Hari itegeko rigena imisoro ryavuguruwe, hari itegeko ry'amasosiyete y'ubucuruzi ryavuguruwe, hari itegeko ry'ubwisungane mu gucuruza ibyo bita partnership ryashyizweho, ndetse n'andi yose bagiye bavuga. Urwo rugendo rwose rwari kugira ngo iki gicumbi kibere buri bashoramari batugana. Kabiri, icyakurikiyeho ni ugutekereza, ese abana b'u Rwanda ari twe tuzabona akazi muri iki gicumbi? Ese ubu dufite ibisabwa byose kugira ngo abashoramari bazaza bazashobore kunezererwa nuko serivisi dutanga? Icyakurikiyeho ni ukuzamura ubumenyi, gushyiraho uburyo abana b'u Rwanda bashobora kwiga bakagira ubumenyi mu by'imari mu bya serivisi z'imari n'amabanki mu Rwanda, kuko mushiki wanjye Hortense yabivuze. Gatatu, igikurikiyeho ni ukubanza kwibaza ngo mbese ko turi bashyashya ko aribwo tugiye kubaho, nta bakuru bacu babanje? Ibyo mugenzi wa Darite yavuze ko hahutiye gusinya icyo twita amasezerano hagati n'ibindi bicumbi mpuzamahanga by'imari n'amabanki byatubanjirije kugira ngo dushobore kuba twabigiraho. Ibyo rero byakurikiwe no gukora ingendo shuri, ibyo babwiraga bagiye example, bavuga ko bagiye Jazi ndetse na Ile Maurice cyangwa muri Mauritius. Aho hose bagiye bajyaho kugira ngo bashobore kuba bavanayo ubumenyi, batyaze ubwenge kugira ngo bashobore kuba bakubaka amategeko n'amahame mpuzamahanga mu Rwanda, kugira ngo iki gicumbi cyacu tureba duhanze amaso kugira ngo tuzagere kuri rya janisha cyubahiriza amahame mpuzamahanga. Ibyo rero bimaze gukorwa, habayeho ingaruka nziza nkuko mugenzi wanjye yabivuze. Abashoramari barasesekaye, baraje rwose, nibwo yavugaga ngo 49 kandi abandi barakomeze kuza. Ibyo rero kugira ngo nabyo bishoboke nuko hakurikiyeho iki? Hakurikiyeho kuvuga, kwamamaza ibikorwa byacu, aribyo mushiki wanjye Shaduri yavugaga, kandi rwose muri coga mwarabibonye n'ikimenyimenyi namwe murahari nuko mwumvise. Murakoze cyane. Rero ndagira ngo ntizimbye magambo ko tuvuze kuva muri 20 tubaho kugera aho tugeze uyu munsi 2022. Ese nyakubahwa Nick, twitega iki mu gaseke? Harimo iki muri 2023? Muri uyu mwaka twatangiye 2023, bitega iki abanyamuryango bari muri iki gicumbi? Ni iki wababwira uduhishiye muri uyu mwaka wa 2023? Karibu, murakoze cyane, mukomeze muryohe.
Thank you, Sande. As we look to this year 2023, we see Kigali International Financial Center being defined by 3 things. 1, finance has to be inclusive. 2, finance has to be sustainable. And 3, finance has to be compliant. So as we look to work with you as partners, as stakeholders. That's the goal for 2023. How do we make finance inclusive? How do we make finance sustainable? How do we make finance compliant? We are working with different stakeholders. I want to recognize UNDP and the Rwanda Stock Exchange and the capital markets. As we think about sustainability, we need to ask ourselves, how do we set up a carbon trading exchange? How do we green the existing stock exchange? How can we issue a green bond? Those are conversations, those are dialogues that we're going to be having with each and every one of you as we think about a finance that is sustainable. As we talk about inclusivity, we hope that the discussions we are going to be having this year is how do we see more funding going to youth-led projects? How do we see more funding going to female-founded businesses? How do we see more funding going to those that need it most? That's how we see finance being inclusive. And as we think about compliance, which is important, my colleagues have talked about it. The Rwanda that we want, the jurisdiction that we want for Kigali International Financial Center is a center that is compliant to global international norms. And that's why compliance is at the heart that we are going to be doing together with you, with the National Bank of Rwanda, with the Capital Markets Authority, with Rwanda Revenue Authority, with Rwanda Governance Board, with Rwanda Bar Association, with Rwanda Bankers Association, just to name a few. That's the finance that we want. That's the Kigali International Financial Center that we want in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, please get out your phone and put this on your calendar. As we talk about inclusivity, as we talk about sustainability, as we talk about compliance, June 20th to June 22nd, working with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, we are going to be hosting a global inclusive fintech event. We are excited about this. It's an opportunity to attract those with capital. It's an opportunity to attract those with ideas. It's an opportunity to bring regulators. It's an opportunity to bring heads of state, we hope, in Kigali to talk about inclusivity, to talk about sustainability, to talk about compliance. Do not miss. I urge you, mark that in your calendar. You will want to be in Kigali at that time. Inclusive FinTech event, June 20th to June 22nd. We're excited about that. I want to use this opportunity to acknowledge and thank different stakeholders, because we are not about work done in 2022. But this is not something that Rwanda Finance does alone. We have had support of the government of Rwanda led by His Excellency the President. We've had the Minister of Finance. We have the Governor of the National Bank of Rwanda. We have the Commissioner of Rwanda Revenue Authority, just to name a few. We thank you. Without you, what we are doing would not be possible. We talk about an industry. When you think about Kigali International Financial Center, it's not a physical place, it's an ecosystem. This ecosystem is composed of different actors. We have law firms, I know some are present today. We have banks, we have insurance, we have trust service providers. That's the ecosystem of Kigali International Financial Center, and we thank you. The work that we've done thus far will not be possible without your support. We've talked about investors. Today, when we look from 2020 to 2022, we have actually in total around 86 investors that have onboarded in Kigali International Financial Center. Several of them are present today. We thank you for believing in the story of Rwanda. We thank you for believing that Kigali International Financial Center has a strong value proposition. So we thank you. With that said, what's our call for 2023? What are we asking of each and every one of you? I repeat, we want a financial center that is inclusive. We want a financial center that is sustainable and that is compliant. So we are inviting you. We ask you to come and we continue to work together. Let's build that financial center. A few days ago, I used an adage and we're saying, we are building nests. We want those with birds to bring them to these nests because they are ready. So bring the capital, bring the skills, bring the expertise. We need it in Kigali International Financial Center. I thank you for your kind attention.
Well, now I do feel a little bit guilty taking the shortcut, but the road ahead to 2050, the KIFC journey has officially been unveiled by the KIFC team. So please, let's hear another round of applause for them. Now, we all know along the road, there is nothing like community to bolster an initiative. And with that, I'll be asking the CIO, Tudi, to come back on stage, because now is a moment where we'll be recognizing the KIFC club members. So Tudi, please join me back on stage so that we can recognize the also important KIFC club members. You can give him another round of applause.
Okay. I won't speak in French. But I will keep this with me because I cannot remember all the names. As we have said, as Nick said, this is a team work. This is a team achievement. And we want to take a few minutes just to recognize those professionals, those entities that have been closely working with us to support the development of the financial center. And you will see through the names that they're coming first from Rwanda, because the financial center is all about the ecosystem that we have in Rwanda. It's not about anything else. If this room is empty, there is no financial center. So I will call names. If you are in the room, please join me on stage. No shortcut, take the road. And the first name is Ethos Attorney and Consultants. Ethos is a law firm. I will not go into the details, but we do appreciate everything you are doing to support the financial center. Please accept this small token. It's very unique. Thank you. I think lawyers are the ones that are making most of the money coming in Rwanda through KIFC. I'm calling Fountain Advocates if they're in the room. Okay, so we will send them their small token. I'm calling Case Solution and Partners. Please. Case Solution and Partners, another law firm, part of a group, Pan-African group. We spoke about a fund, a limited partnership fund. But for the fund to be managed, there is a fund manager behind. I'm calling Admice Capital Partners.
And Tudi, as they come to collect their prize, I would like to just request that everyone who is collecting an award stay on the stage, because we would love to have a group picture at the end with all of our KIFC club members.
Thank you.
So whoever's collected an award, please come back on stage so that we can have you involved.
At Maüs, we have Marlon coming from, I don't know where, but he just landed. And we have Anita from Rwanda. Very happy to have you as the first fund domiciled as a partnership in Rwanda. Thank you. As I said, nothing is possible without banks. I'm calling EcoBank, please. EcoBank was in the room. EcoBank left the room. Oh, EcoBank is here. Please. The beauty with EcoBank is everywhere we go in Africa, there is an EcoBank. KIFC is about technology. We are calling Kulana FinTech. Actually, Kulana is more than a FinTech. They are providing credit solutions to banks that are active in Rwanda and beyond. Thank you, Kulana, for trusting us. Thank you. I'm calling Metal Limited. If you are in the room, someone from Metal Limited. Metal Limited is coming from Nigeria. Happy to see how Pan-African the center is. Thank you for your support. We go back to law firms. Liederkerker. Liederkerker is another law firm coming from Belgium, and they are specialized in capital markets for those who want to set up investment vehicles, funds, foundations. Chanson International. If we have someone from Chanson, please. Talking about impact. Chanson investing in students in Rwanda, in South Africa, in Kenya. Thank you for having your investment vehicle in KIFC. Let's go back to FinTech. Pesa Choice. A local Rwandan FinTech. Pesa Choice, very special. They went with us in Ivory Coast, and with one trip, they have multiplied by 4 the number of customers. KIFC is about investment. Mata Capital. Mata Capital is coming from Ivory Coast, and today they are helping companies raise funding from Rwanda, amongst other things. You know, we like to say that there is always an elephant in the room. And for us, this is not an elephant because they are moving, because they are helping us, because they are everywhere in Rwanda. BK Group. No, it's okay. You can take the shortcut. Thank you, BK. And here on stage, we can actually invite not only BK Group for being the first holding company on the KIFC, meaning that KIFC is also for local businesses. We have also BK Capital, please. In the BK family, BK Capital has been actively helping members of KIFC and other companies to raise funds. And still in the BK family, we are calling BK Tech House, FinTech. I suppose that someone from BK can take the gift after. And you know, when we talk about, okay. When we talk about the financial center, you need to have also some heavyweights that may not be directly linked from what people think, but actually that are key, especially here in sustainable finance. I'm calling BRD. So BRD has been one of the leading institutions on the green finance agenda of KIFC. Thank you again for your support. Talking about heavyweights, especially in Rwanda, there is no presentation for Crystal Ventures. If there is someone from Crystal Ventures. Thank you very much. We have new types of financial intermediaries in Rwanda, especially those that are helping people to come, to establish a company, to have a bank account open, to have local directors. I'm calling ML Corporate Services. So the corporate services, like ML Corporate Services, are licensed by the central bank, and we are very happy to have them helping us in terms of compliance with new investors. Again, looking at an international financial center, we need audit firms like PwC Rwanda, please, if someone is there. So we talk about incentives. If you want to know more on those details, PwC is one of the key entities to talk to. Rwanda is about sport, impact in sport. I'm calling Ujiri Court. If someone from Ujiri Court is in the room, no? Okay, so we will send the token directly to Mr. Masai in Toronto. We have in the room another corporate service provider called RTCSP. Please, RTCSP, Regent Trust and Company Service Provider. Again, if you want to set up all kinds of investment vehicles in Rwanda, you have professionals who can do it. Thank you for your support. Last but not least, another audit firm we are calling GPO Partners, if someone is in the room. GPO, you help us get Dakar Network Angels in Rwanda. Thank you again. So I think there is no more space on the stand. We will stop here. take a group photo, and please, again, say thank you to our club.
And before you finish taking your group photos, I would like to invite our guest of honor to come on stage and take a group photo with our KIFC club members. Please, can our guest of honor, Honorable Minister Uziel, please join us on stage for this very special group photo.
So while Honorable Minister is coming on stage, for those who are not yet on the stage, you may wonder why. It's very easy. Part of your love, you need now to extend to your pockets, get a few bills. No, I'm kidding. Please contact the team of Rwanda Finance Limited. We will love to share with you the different packages that we have for club members, so you can be in the picture with us and enjoy so many other things. Thank you. Let me squeeze behind you.
Make sure you got the logo the right way around, right? The K is actually facing this way.
Mm-hmm. Let me go next to the between the ladies.
A big thank you to our club members. And as you take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, please take this moment to give our guest of honor a warm round of applause as he'll be making his keynote address. Honorable Minister, please join me on stage now to make your keynote address.
Dear friends and partners in the financial sector, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Last year in June, I attended one of the events organized by the KIFC as part of the CHOGM that was hosted here in Kigali. It was such a rich and engaging event, and I'm pleased to be back at another important gathering to mark the milestones and celebrate the progress Kigali International Financial Center has registered thus far. Rwanda's Vision 2050 articulates the long-term strategic direction for the Rwanda we want. And as His Excellency President Paul Kagame noted, I quote, "We don't want to be a status quo country or a status quo people. Vision 2050 has to be about the future we choose because we can and because we deserve it. Rwandans will not be satisfied to live paycheck to paycheck, harvest to harvest, without accumulating wealth and financial security." End of quote. Kigali International Financial Center plays a crucial role in realizing Rwanda's aspirations to become an upper middle income country by 2035 and high income country by 2050. Through KIFC, the country is looking to attract important regional and international investors and financial players to boost the country's economic and financial sector competitiveness. Dear friends, in 2017, the government of Rwanda approved the initiative to position and transform Rwanda into a financial services hub. Thereafter, studies were commissioned to inform the implementation of the decision of Rwanda to become, in the region and globally, an attractive jurisdiction with respect to compliance to international standards, cross-border investment, Pan-African connectivity, and ease of operations. Among the prerequisites to attract investors, high net worth individuals, professional intermediaries, and other service providers to Rwanda's financial center were the following. And this was mentioned already. One, it was amendment to selected many existing laws and drafting a few new ones. Two, creating a stable and competitive tax regime policy. And third, to create a talent pool of skilled professionals. Rwanda Finance Limited was established about 3 years ago as the agency tasked to develop and promote the KIFC. And today, we are celebrating progress made in coordinating the amendment of laws, defining new tax incentives, and designing a new capacity building and skill development strategy for the Rwandan financial ecosystem, among many others. I followed with keen interest the different presentations made by the Rwanda Finance Limited leadership, and it is evident to all of us that much has been accomplished. I wish to take this opportunity to express appreciation to the entire Rwanda Finance Limited team, the board of directors and the management team for the good, albeit challenging work done to lay a strong foundation for the financial center's success. It is also encouraging to see and hear the profiles of diverse financial players that make up the KIFC club. I want to congratulate the members of the club we've just seen, and we expect more to join in the near future. Thank you for being part of the KIFC journey, and we hope to see many more members joining. 22 is just the beginning. When we look at the Rwandan economy, we feel optimistic as it continues to gain solid momentum despite the persistent global challenges. 10% growth was registered in the third quarter of this year, last year, 2022, which followed 7.5% growth in quarter two and 7.9% of growth in quarter one, 2022. And thank you. This is a clear indication of a strong economic recovery post-COVID-19. It is on this hopeful note that I wish to call on all members of the financial sector to continue collaborating to ensure that the Kigali International Financial Center becomes and remains one of the Rwanda's tangible success stories. As I end my remarks, on behalf of the government of Rwanda, I wish to recognize and thank our financial sector, the wider ecosystem here present, the development partners and the KIFC club members for joining KIFC journey. I want also to reiterate our support as the Minister of Finance to the KIFC and the team behind it. I thank you all, and I wish you an excellent evening.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Uziel. We request that you remain on stage for a final group photo. CEO Nick, if you can join him. Governor Gwamgomga, our Vice Chair, please can you join us on stage for a final group photo? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And on behalf of the whole KIFC team, we would like to, of course, once again, show our gratitude and thank you for your support and for joining us this evening. Of course, my name is Makeda Mahario, and that's the end of the official program, but the evening isn't over, so please feel free to stay with us and to keep enjoying yourselves, because shortly Mike Kaihura will be back on stage to provide some more musical stylings, and the night isn't over. But thank you very much for joining us for our presentation. Good evening. Each and every team member of Rwanda Finance needs to join us on stage now. And we shall call you by name if you don't make it. So please make your way up this gorgeous, clever road. Make the journey up to the stage. We need to mark this moment. Some of us have decided to take the shortcut. That's okay.
Honorable Minister, Governor, if I could have your attention.
At times, when people feel Kigali International Financial Center, I think it's quite it's an army. But in front of you is the team of Rwanda Finance. Oh yes, you should. Please. Please, I want to ask you to... and could I ask the directors as well that are around? Director Louise, Director Julian, and the Vice Chair. So in Rwanda Finance, this is how we say it. To the boys and girls of RFL, thank you. Thank you for what you've done in 2022. And now when we talk about inclusivity, this is what we mean. So please, once again, do join me to acknowledge and thank this team. Thank you very much to all the boys and girls of RFL.
And with that, the evening continues. DJ, Mike Kaihura, let's continue our evening.
Sitaki kuvuga, naguri kuvuga.